Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today, I've got my cousin back, and he's coming back for his second ever game of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. He's brought along his Seraphon again, and this time, he's going to be trying out something different with his Thunder-Lizards Coalesced Seraphon this time, and I'm going to be playing him with something different, my Har Kuron Cities of Sigmar. We'll be playing 1,000 points, and we've amended the board size for our game to fit on a 4x4 table. We'll be playing the scenario Focal Points, which features having 5 objectives on the table, the central objective worth 2 and all the outer objectives worth 1, and if you control entire flanks objectives you get an extra victory point. Behemoths in this scenario also score an extra point if they are on the objectives as well. But let's get looking into those armies. And here we have our Seraphon army. We're playing under Coalesced and using the Thunder-Lizards sub-faction. The General is going to be the Engine of the Gods there in the middle. It's going to have the command trait Prime Warbeast and the artifact the Fusel of Conflagration, both of which must be taken because we're playing in Thunder-Lizards. We're then going to have a Skink Star Priest here at the front, and it's going to have the spell Tide of Serpents. We've then got a two regular Stegodons. That one over there has the Giant Bow, and this one over here has the Giant Blowpipes or the Bolt Spitters, whatever they're called now. And then we've got 10 Skinks with Blowpipes, 10 Skinks with Javelins, and that rounds us out at 980 points. And then we have our Cities of Sigmar army. We're going to be playing in the sub-faction of Har Kuron, meaning we can only take Dark Elf units. To start with, this sorceress here, she's going to be our general, and she's going to have the Murderous Zeal command trait, which is going to allow her to use the prayer as if she were a Daughters of Cain priest. She's also, then this one here is going to have the Traitor's Banner, which is the -1 to hit with shooting around me. And then we're going to have, she's going to have Vitriolic Spray as a spell. And then she's going to have the Withering as a spell. All in all, this is coming up to 960 points, which means Cities of Sigmar are going to get a triumph. And deployment is done. Har Kuron forces down on the table. We have our sorceress here with the Traitor's Banner. Everything's within 12 inches of her, making sure we get that nice buff for the -1 to hit with shooting. We've then got our Executioners deployed on this flank. They're all holed up in some healing terrain. Our Blackguard lead the line here with our General behind them. And then we've got the 40 crossbows over here, making sure we're holding both our home objectives. Across the table, we've got the 2 Stegodons on the left flank. Well, their right, my left. We've got the Skink Star Priest in the middle there with the 2 units of Skinks in front and the Engine of the Gods at the back right corner there. Cities of Sigmar finished deploying first by a single drop, so we're going to get to decide who has the first turn, and we're going to give the first turn to the Seraphon. So we're going to go into Seraphon turn 1. So our little Skink Star Priest is going to try and use Mystic Shield to begin with, needing a 6 to cast. Goes off on a 6, well I'm going to try and stop that with my sorceress. 6 fails to stop it, so it's going to go off. Mystic Shield going on your Javelin, she said?
Yep.
So those Skinks there are going to get it. We're going to the movement phase now for the Seraphon, and we'll come back after all of it is done. Movements all finished for the Seraphon. We've had the Stegodon here with the Giant Blowpipes move up on the flank. The other Stegodon staying on the home objective there. The Skinks with the Bolt Spitters have moved up onto the center terrain feature, which is sinister, and they don't care about that. Engine of the Gods has now moved into the center, backing up those Skinks, and the Skink Star Priest is here hiding out behind some terrain. We'll now go into Seraphon Shooting. So, start of the Seraphon Shooting phase, we're going to make the Cosmic Engine roll for the Engine of the Gods. 2d6, go, 6. That means you've got the engine thrums with furious and bright white light shines forth. Heal D3 wounds allocated to each Seraphon. Unfortunately, no Seraphon have taken wounds yet, so nothing happens with that one so far. Now we'll go into the rest of your shooting. So the Bolt Spitters there, they're going to shoot down into the Executioners. They're all in range, but they are -1 to hit, thanks to the Traitor's Banner, so 6 to hit. 2. And then 5s to wound. Nothing. No. It did nothing. Nothing else is in range, so we're going to go into Cities of Sigmar. Oh, wait. Giant Bow might be in range, actually. Yeah, forgot about him.
Don't know.
So, yes, he is in range, so the Giant Bow is going to go into the Executioners as well. He can see, thanks to that nice little hill, and he's a big model. So normally hitting on 3s, now hitting on 4s thanks to the Trader's Banner. 2 hits. And wounding on 3s. 2 wounds. That's going to be at -1. So, which means I'm going to get a 5-up save because I'm in cover. So, 5 ups. Saved them both.
Lucky.
I like to think that the executioners there just cut those bolts out the scale with those giant swords they're wielding. Now that's the end of the Seraphon shooting phase. Definitely now. So we're going to go into Cities of Sigmar turn 1 in a sec, but you're going to score 1. Double check whether he's in range, because if he's within 6, you're going to get an extra point. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, because yeah, he's in range. So you're going to get 4 points on your first turn because
5 because I control both.
No, it has to be the side ones for 5. It's not, yeah. So 4 points for the Seraphon. So start of the hero phase for the Cities of Sigmar. We're going to gain a command point, and then this sorceress here, she's going to use Word of Pain at the skinks in the middle of the table. So that needs a 7 to cast. Goes off on a 9. 9, so I goes off because you didn't beat me. So they're going to take D3 mortal wounds for 3. And they're also going to be -1 to hit, so 3 of them just die. And then this sorceress here, she's going to use Arcane Bolt at them as well. Yes, that goes off on 11, so which means it's going to be D3 mortals. You've got no dispels left. So it's another D3 mortals for another 3 dead skinks. Ouch. Those 2 sorceresses have demolished them. They're not liking this at all. That's it for shooting though. Sorry, hero phase, not shooting. Definitely not it for shooting. We're going to go into movement and we'll come back after all of that is done. Alright, so these dark shots here, it's just all the ones on top, and these 2 down here can see those skinks, and they're going to light them up with crossbow bolts. So we're needing 3s to hit. And 4s to wound. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All up. And armor saves, 6 up for your skinks. You passed 1, that's not enough. Those 4 skinks are definitely deaded. That's going to be it for shooting, so we'll go into charges next. So we're going to charge with the executioners into the Stegodon. So we get dice +1 thanks to our banner, hornblower, drum or whatever. So 8-inch charge, that's going to make it. We'll move them in and we'll come back up before combat. So the executioners charge, this is what it ends up like with. We're going to pile them in and we'll come back before we do combat after you see the piling. So we've piled in the executioners, and because of the rules and how piling in works, you have to end at least as close to it. Allows everyone to sort of swing around and all of them to get into contact with that monster. So all 10 executioners are going to fight that Stegodon. So we'll go into their roles. Alright, so we're going with the executioners attacks now. They've got 21 attacks. They're looking for 6s to hit because they become a mortal wound and the attack sequence ends. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 mortal wounds automatically, but the attack sequence ends for those dice. The 1s and 2s come out, and then 3s to wound. Four armor saves. Let's just stick it on right there. So he's got an armor save of 4+, no rend, so 4+. Fails 2 of them, so he's going to take 6 damage in total. Alright, so Stegodon's attacking back. He's got, 2 attacks with his massive horns.
Range 2, attacks 2.
And so he needs
hits 3s and 3s.
So 3s to hit. Hits for both, 3s to wound. Both wounds are rend 1, so I've got a 6-up save. Failed both, so that's damage 2, so that's going to be 4 dead executioners. And then your next weapon profile is 2 attacks with your grinding jaws.
What's the standard?
Yeah, 2 attacks with the grinding jaws. and hitting on 3, so 1 hit. 3 to wounds. Wounds -1 as well, so 6 up again. Nope, damage on that is another 2, so that's 6 dead so far. And then you've got your 3 attacks with crushing stomps because you've taken 6 wounds. You're needing 3s to hit, so 2 hits, and 3s to wound. No wounds on that. So you're going to kill 6 executioners though. Ouch. And they're going to be out of range, so they're going to need a battle shock test probably. Alright, so lost 6 executioners, don't have a banner in the unit. Problem with buying second-hand models, you don't always get what you want. Anyway, so on a 1, they'll lose no one, but on any other dice, they lose what I roll on the D6. So battle shock test for the executioners because they're out of range. 5, the rest of them are all running away because that's 4, so that is just enough to run away, for them all to run away. They did not like fighting that Stegodon. They did half the damage though. And so that ends the turn. I've stupidly not kept anyone on that objective, so I'm only going to score 1, 2, 3 points, and we're going to go into priority. And so we're going to go into the priority roll. Red for Har Kuron. I got a 6. Come on, 5. I'm going to take the double turn because I don't want to get smushed by Stegodons. I'm going to go on the offensive here. So it's going to be Cities of Sigmar, turn 2. Alright, so Cities of Sigmar, hero phase turn 2. We're going to income command point, which is going to put us up to 2. And then we're going to go for some magic. So we're going to start with Word of Pain from her into the Stegodon over there. So Word of Pain, I'm going to tell it a naughty word. Goes off on a 7. This is D3 mortal wounds and -1 to hit. This is the one you want to stop. 8, you stop it. Stop that one. But then my other spell is going to go off regardless of what you do. So we're going to put Arcane Bolt into that Stegodon. For a 10, so it's going to be D3 mortal wounds. And D3 for 1. Ah, dang. Only 1 mortal, but still that's another wound on it. We'll go into movement phase for Cities of Sigmar, and then we'll come back with the shooting phase. So, movement finished. We've made sure this sorceress is now within 6 inches of that objective, so I can actually claim my home objective. Very silly of me. The Blackguard have moved up, though, with the sorceress here in tow. They're getting ready to charge and hopefully remove that Stegodon off the table. We used a command point as well to give these crossbows here run and shoot. And then the sorceress with the Trader's Banner, she's moved into the middle there. So that's going to be all the movement. We're going to go into our shooting phase now. So crossbows, a whole bunch of these guys. You can see that little skink priest. We're going to make him a pin cushion. So we've got 48 dice. Well, we have 2 more here because this is for the sergeant. So the sergeant hits on 2s. Of course he misses with 1. Why would he not? The rest of them hit on 3s. We'll come back after we pick them all out. And they're going to be 4s to wound collectively. And we'll see how many saves that skink priest has to make. Alright, there wasn't actually that many wounds to be honest. So he's got a 5-up save. 5 wounds. Nah, he's dead. He's dead. There's not a lot though for like all the 40, but yeah, he dies. He's only got 5 wounds. So poor little skink star priest there, he got lit up. Alright, so we're up to the charge phase. Blackguard here are going to charge into that Stegodon, so we're going to get +1 to charge. We've got an 8 again, that's probably going to see them in. So this is what the charge ends up looking like. We've left a little trail here. This is making sure that 6 inch of the other hero and obviously 12 inch of the general there. Just making sure you can use command abilities if need be or pass a battle shock test, etc. So also get the benefits from being in range of a sorceress. So we're going to go with the pile-in for the Blackguard and we'll come back with the combat. And this is what our pile-in looks like. What we're making sure here, and while we're not piling all the way around, everything's staying within 12 inch of that sorceress, making sure they can get the buff of +1 to hit, meaning they're going to be 2s and 3s on their profiles. They're going to get to fight 3 deep, thanks to having a 2-inch range weapon and being 25mm bases. So we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 of them in combat. And they got 2 attacks, so 32 attacks plus a Sarge for 33. We'll roll some dice. And so 2s to hit. the ones miss, so all the rest there hits, and then 3s to wound. And 3s to wound. It looks like a decent amount of saves needed on that Stegodon. Yeah, that's a lot of saves to be making. That's it, the rest of them. A lot of dice. And -1 to your save. So that means you're going to have a 5-up save because the Stegodon is base 4. So 5 ups. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's him dead there.
Yep.
Cool. Blackguard, kill him as probably expected. Now, the big question is, have I done enough, or are these 2 remaining Stegodons just going to go into my Dark Elves and absolutely massacre me? End of the turn, that's going to be it. I'm going to score 1, 2, now 3, and 4. So I'm going to go up to 7, going into Seraphon turn 2. So Seraphon hero phase non-existent this turn, so we're just going to go straight into movement, and we'll come back after all of that's done and start the shooting phase. Right, so movement's all done. These skinks with the javelins here moved in. They're going to probably throw some javelins at me. Stegodon, well, the engine, the gods here. Technically, it's up the top of the stairs, but it's only just made up wobbly model syndrome. And then over here, we've got the Stegodon rounding out, trying to get into the Blackguard. We've got some shooting to go. Now, what's important is the Trader's Banner. They're not wholly within, so they're not going to be -1 to hit. But everything here, the 2 Sorceresses and the Dark Shards will be -1 to hit. So let's go into Seraphon shooting phase. So we're going to start with the Stegodon shooting into the Blackguard. So 4 shots from your javelins, 5s to hit. 1 hit.
Yep.
And
4.
No wounds. Next up is your giant bow with 3 shots. Hitting on 3s. Hits once. 3s to wound.
3s?
Yeah,
Sorry.
3s to wound. Just. And then a -1, so a 5-up armor save on the Blackguard. Fails. Damage 3. This is going to be 3 Blackguards skewered.
Giant bolt.
So how bad? We should have done this at the start of the hero phase, but we're going to do it now anyway. Engine of the Gods, roll 2d6 for me. A 9. So 9 is bolts of arcane azure energy. Either pick one enemy unit within 24 inch that is visible to this and roll 1 dice, or roll 1 dice for each enemy unit within 12 inch, and on 2+ they suffer D3 mortals.
Ooh.
So Stegodon is just within range of the Sorceress, so he's going to pick to use the 12-inch ability. So on a 2+, the Sorceress takes D3 mortals. She does. So how many mortals does she take? For 3. Ouch. And then the Dark Shards on a 2+ will take D3 mortals. They do. How many mortals? 3 as well. So 3 Dark Shards go for splat, and the Sorceress takes 3 wounds. So then the javelins from the Engine of the Gods are then going to shoot into the Dark Shards. 5s to hit. Sorry, 6s to hit because the Trader's Banner making it -1. So 1. And then 4 to wound. Wounds. I've got a 5-up save. Failed. So another Dark Shard dies.
You also have the...
Then the javelins there, they're going to shoot into the Dark Shards as well. Fire 6s to hit. Because Trader's Banner and 1 hit. But 4 to wound. No wounds. That's going to be it for your shooting. However, you're going to spend a command point, yes?
Yes.
On the Engine of the Gods, allowing it to roll on the table again. So go roll 2d6 for me again. That's 11. So the engine roll 11, that's the same thing again. So on a 2+, the Sorceress is going to take D3 mortals. No. Good. On a 2+, they're going to take D3 mortals. They do. How many do they lose? They lose 3, so another 3 die. So first things first, Stegodon here is going to charge into the Blackguard. And
Is it 2 or 1?
2 dice. And he got a 4, so he's going to just get in. Doesn't matter really. He just goes straight forward into them. Crunch. And then we'll roll a dice for him. On a 3+, they're going to take D3 mortals. Nope, no mortal wounds. Then your Engine of the Gods is going to charge as well. Cool. Engine of the Gods is charging. 2d6.
Oh, who do I want to charge that?
Just roll your charge and then you can decide after. You got a 6, so you're charging the dark shards. On a 3+ though, we'll do the charge after. On a 3+, we're going to take D3 models. No, you don't have that devastating charge. That is just about the coolest shot in all the battle. That Stegodon now crunching along that gangway into them. You just imagine them flying left and right and center. So, start of the combat phase, I'm going to elect to give reroll ones to hit on my Blackguard here. So, we're going to spend my last command point to give reroll ones to hit on them. So, we're starting off combat. The Stegodon is going to go into the Blackguard first. So, his horns.
Massive horns.
3s, both hit. 3s to wound. Oh, thank God, there's one of them miss. That is needing a 5+ save. I need to save this. Oh, phew. That is 5 damage if it goes through. Then you've got 2 attacks with your grinding jaws. 3s, both miss.
Snake.
Ow. And then you've got 5 attacks, sorry. 5 attacks with the crushing stomp. It was 4 damage before with the thing. We got them mixed up. 5 attacks, 3s, and 3s.
There you go.
Ouch.
Rend 1.
And so 5 ups, save 2 of them, take 2 damage. 1 more attack too. We completely forgot this. He's playing Coalesced, so you get another grinding jaw attack. Missed anyway. Completely forgot that about the other one, that you get an extra jaw attack. Whoops. But remembered it now. Didn't do anything anyway. And so how many am I losing? 2 altogether. That wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Alright, so only 6 of the dark shards can get into combat with that Engine of the Gods. Technically these guys are up here, wobbly model. But let's go into it. 5s and 5s. We got 2 hits. That's not bad. It's statistically average. And 5s, 1. Make an armor save.
Of 4. Up.
And you made it. Dang it. Engine of the Gods, then going to strike back. So the horns, 2 attacks, 3s. Both hit.
4.
And 3s. That's a miss. But 1.
Rend 1.
And damage 4, I think. Yeah.
Massive horns 4, yep.
So rend 1. So this is going to mean I'm on a 6 up. Oh, saved it again. That is 2 massive horns in the same turn. That's massive, you could say. So 3 attacks with your jaws though, because you get the +1 due to being coalesced.
Yep. And that's
on the other one, Engine of the Gods. So 3 attacks, hitting on 3s.
Yep.
2 hits and wounding on 3s. Both wounds. Rend 1, so these are going to be 6 ups again. Nah, failed those 2. Damage 2 for that, so that's going to be 4 dead. And then you should have 5 attacks. So you're crushing stomps, 5 attacks. 3s. Oh, hit. Ouch. Yahtzee too. And 3s. So these are all -1, so 6 ups on these. Saved 1, so I take another 6 dead, so that's going to be 10 dead from the dark shards. Ouch. So Blackguard into the Stegodon. We're not within range of the sorceress to get the +1, so we're 3s to hit, but we are re-rolling 1s. So 2s come out. That's out. Then we re-roll these 2 1s here. And they all hit. And that'll be hits. 3s to wound. That's not a bad roll. That is a pretty darn good roll. That's a lot of saves to be making. And so -1 on your Stegodon, so he's going to be on a 5s. Come on, kill him. Need to do 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, he's alive on a wound. If he was not Thunder Lizards, he would be dead. Those Thunder Lizard wound came in handy. It has 1 wound left. 1 wound. Alright, so battle shock phase. I lost 5 Blackguard. I lost 13 Dark Shards. So 5 Blackguard, their bravery 8. Base 9, so which means 4, they're near sinister, so -1, so back to an 8. Which means if I roll a 3 or less, I'm fine. Anything else, they lose models. So I rolled 5, so 2 are going to flee. So I lose 2 more Blackguard from battle shock. And then 13. Actually, it'll only be 1 less because I'm also plus 10 models. Doing the math on the Dark Shard, 13. So we've counted up all the stuff they got. They got +2 because they're 20. They got +1 because of their banner, but they're also -1 because that big terrain feature in the middle is sinister. So they're losing 5 plus the D6 roll. For 4, so they're losing 9. Ouch. But importantly, that's going to mean that objective stays in my control. So Seraphon's end of their turn, they're still going to get 1-2 over there, and they're only going to get 1 for that because there's no behemoth on the objective anymore. So they're going to get 3 points, putting them up to 6. Cities are on 7, so it's 7 to 6 cities way at the end of turn 2, and we're going to go into priority next. Priority red for Har Kuron. Oh, 1. That's not good. You win regardless.
I'm going first.
So cool. Seraphon double turn 2 to 3. Let's see what they can do. So, besides getting a command point, there's nothing else that's happening in the hero phase, so we're going to go into movement, what little movement there is, and we'll come back after that. So, end of movement, obviously the 2 Stegodons there, they're both in combat, so they can't do anything, but the Skinks have now ran down, and they're taking this backfield objective, meaning he's going to score himself an extra victory point for doing so. We're now going to go into the shooting phase, and we'll start with the first thing, the Engine of the Gods. So, 2 dice for the Engine of the Gods, 7. So he rolled the heal for the Engine of the Gods, which means the other Stegodon here is going to get to heal D3 wounds for 3. Cool. It's going to pop it back up a bracket, so he's got 4 wounds remaining now instead of 1. And then into the rest of the shooting. So we'll do the Meteoric Javelins from him because they have to go into the Dark Shards there. So 4 shots, 6s. You are -1 still, nothing. And then the Javelins from that going into the Blackguard. They're on 5s though.
1.
Still 1. 4's to wound. It wounds. And 4 up save. Nah, kills a Blackguard. And the Giant Bow, 3 shots. 1 hit. 3's to wound. No wounds. Ouch. They ran, so they can't shoot. And then that's it for your shooting. So we're going to go. Oh, wait. You're going to use a command point?
Yep.
Cool. Using command point. He's going to roll again for the Engine of the Gods, looking pretty much for that big number. 4, so I think that's a heal again, or is it nothing?
Engine through.
Yeah, so that's the heal. So D3 wounds back to your other Stegodon again, for another wound back.
I don't care.
And into the combat phase, Stegodon going to go into the Blackguard. So to start with, he's got his massive horns, so 2 attacks. 3s and 3s. Both hit. Both wounds. These are 5 up saves. Saved 1 damage.
I ran 1.
So lose 2 from the massive horns, and he's got an extra attack, so 3 attacks with his crushing jaws. 3s.
Get in there.
In the container would be a good. 2 hits, and then 3s to wound. 2. 5 up again, because -1. Failed both of them, so it's going to be 4 more dead from that. And then you've got...
Stomps.
So you've got 2 attacks. 3s. Nothing. So I'm going to lose 6 Blackguard. We'll go with the 4 of my Dark Shards that can attack back. So 5s. I hit once. Amazing. And 5s, nothing. Engine of the Gods then. So Engine of the Gods, starting with the horns, 3s to hit. 1 hit, 3 to wound. Now, all my models are in cover now, so I am going to get the cover save. Because I'm not a monster. Failed it anyway.
Damage.
So 2. Oh wait, no, he's still full bracket, so damage 4. So that's 4 dead straight away. And then your 3 attacks with your jaws. +1 thanks to Coalesced. 3s to hit. 3s to wound. 2. -1, so these are going to be 5 ups. Nope, fail both of them. That's another.
2.
That's 4 more dead. And then your
Crushing stomps.
5 attacks with this. You're undamaged. 3s. Skaven symbol is a fail. Especially since the Lisbon player's rolling it. And then 3s to wound. 2, and I got 5 up saves. Save none, and another 4 dice. That's going to be 12 dead altogether. I think that might actually be the unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 2 left. 2 are left, and they're probably running. So, Blackguard now attacking into that Stegadon on the far side. We've got 5 wounds to do. So, 3s to hit.
I need to wound. Yeah, 5 times.
And 3s to wound. That's not bad, there's enough there. Armor saves, 5 up. -1. Fail him, please. 1, 2, 3. No, he takes 3 wins, so he's down to 2. Ugh. We'll have some battle shock after this. So I've got no command points. They lost way too many. They're running. And the Blackguard lost 6, so they are 8. Because +1 from the banner, but -1 from Sinister. So on a 2, we're fine. We're fine. No more Blackguard run. But now it is going to be Cities of Sigmar turn 3. Seraphon, you don't score that point because she was there first and you don't outnumber me. So this little wizard's going, no, it's my objective to a giant dinosaur, but whatevs. So you are going to score that, 1, 2. You're going to get 3. You're going to get the 4 that you came down here to claim, and you're going to get a bonus 1. So you're going to get 5 this turn, popping you up to 11 at the end of turn 3. Alright, hero phase, I'm going to gain a command point, popping me up to 1, and then I'm going to start magicking that goddamn Stegadon off the table. So start off, she's going to go Word of Pain into it. Goes off just on a 7. So D3 mortals for 1. It's still freaking alive. It's got 1 wound left. The other sorceress, she's going to go Arcane Bolt. Goes off on an 8. So that's automatically a mortal wound, which kills it. Bye. Now leave. So now we're just going to go into movement, and we'll be back after all of that's done. So, end of the movement phase, what have we done? Well, this sorceress has run as far away, keeping control of her objective as much as possible. And then this sorceress, what we've done with her is she's still within 6 inches of the objective, meaning she controlled it first, meaning the Stegadon, or the Engine of the Gods rather, is going to have to deal with her. Why that is because she's outside of 16 inch, which is the threat range of those skinks. Meaning they can't shoot her this turn. They've got an 8 inch move and an 8 inch shot. They can't actually hit her, which means the Engine of the Gods is the one that's going to have to deal with her. The Blackguard, on the other hand, have run up to the back objective, taking that. At the end of my turn, I'm going to get 1 for the center. I'm going to get 1 here, 1 there, and then an extra 1. So I'm going to get 4 victory points. And then it's going to go into priority, hoping I get this. Turn 4 priority. Cities of Sigmar need this. I got a 3. You need a 1 or 2, please. 3 meaning you're going to get to pick.
I'm going first.
Cool. Seraphon are going to take the turn, not allowing cities a double. Mean people. Hero phase, non-existent again. All you're going to get to do is get a command point. That's popping you up to, I think, 2 or 3 now. And then, so we'll just go into movement, and we'll come back after all of that's done.
Anyway.
So, movement, what we've done, obviously the Engine of the Gods hasn't moved. It's going to just try and kill that sorceress off. She's only 3 inches away. Now, what we've done with the skinks is they're moving around to try and kill here. The reason they haven't moved up to actually protect that objective at the backfield is the Blackguard can't actually get there. Now, it's unlikely that sorceress survives. However, if she did, she could give run and charge to those Blackguard, meaning they would actually be able to charge those skinks and very likely murder these skinks. So they're not actually going back to defend the objective, because going back and defending the objective actually would be a bad thing. Because the Blackguard would then get a charge in addition. They can't make it there on 12 inch. They're more than 12 inch away from it. So it's safer just to leave it be for now. So, with all that said, they're not shooting because they ran. We're going to go the first thing in the shooting phase, roll 2d6 and see if or what your Engine of the Gods do. You got to roll for your Engine of the Gods first. Has to be done at the start of the shooting phase. 7. I believe that's... So that was the healing one. No one's damaged, so it doesn't do anything. Javelins.
Is 5s and 4s.
At the sorceress?
Yep.
6s.
Oh, well.
-1. Because she's the one with the -1 to hit artifacts. She's got the Trader's Banner.
Well, in that case, that didn't do anything.
You're going to use your command point to try and kill her with mortal wounds?
Yep.
So command point, we're going to roll for the Engine of the Gods again. So I think you need to hit a 9.
9 or 10, well...
No, 4, that's the heal again. So nothing, which means it's going to have to charge her to kill her.
I can do that.
So 2d6 charge, anything but a double 1. You do have a command point though, so you got to roll a double 1 twice. You roll a 4, he's in. So on a 3+, it'll do D3 mortals. Does. How many? If it's 2 or more. 1, she's still alive on a wound. It's only got a 6-up save, so there's no reason for me to do anything. Yeah. Cool.
You don't.
Go for it. Your attacks. So 2 attacks.
Horns,
2 attacks with its massive horns.
3s.
Both hit. 3s. If one of these goes through, she dies. And she's dead. She gets clobbered by the Stegodon. So, end of the turn then, you're going to score 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, because that's a monster holding the center. So, hero phase, sorry, we're gaining command point. Sorceress over there, she's then going to cast Word of Pain on these skinks. So, goes off on a 7, there's no one to dispel it, so it's D3 mortal wounds on them. For 2 skinks go kasplat, as I told them a bad word. And they're also -1 to hit now. Because the bad word hurt their feelings. And then we're just going to go into movement. So, end of the movement phase. What's happening here? The sorceress has moved. She's going to go try and charge those pesky skinks. But it's not necessarily bad if she doesn't. The Blackguard have moved in. There's 2 of them in range. They're now controlling the center objective. And so, my plan relies on a double turn. Effectively, hopefully she can make the charge. If she can't, it's not the end of the world. 12-inch will see her get in range of the objective anyway. So she'll be moving up there if I get the double. And then the Blackguard will run off to get that backfoot objective, meaning that I still control this because the Sorceress equals the Stegodon, but the Blackguard will then go take that objective, meaning I've got to have the majority of the board, hopefully giving me enough points to stop the Seraphon being able to get me. But it all relies on a double turn. So we're going to roll for the charge roll for her, and then we'll come back. So the Sorceress, she needs a 10 to get her charge off. She doesn't. We're not going to spend our command point because it's more important to have that next turn. So it's going to go into priority after this, but I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, putting me up to 16. To 17, going into the priority roll for turn 5. Got a 4. You got a 4. That means you're going to take it. And I think we can call it game there because Steven's going to get the points and kill my stuff off the table.
Let's see.
We'll play out the turn, but this probably spells the end for me, unfortunately. Hero phase, all that's happening is you getting a command point. We're going to go into movement and we'll come back after all of that is done. So, Stegon's just moved, or Engine of the Gods has just moved outside of 3 of them. And then the Skinks have actually now taken the objective. 2 of them are in range of the objective. And they're probably going to try and shoot her and maybe charge her off the table.
Yep.
So...
Shooting phase.
Shooting phase. Start with the Engine of the Gods. Roll 2 dice. That's an 8. So is that the heal or the 1 down?
It's the heal.
It's the heal, so nothing. Shooting, we'll go just do their 4 meteoric javelins on the Engine of the Gods, I guess.
Yep.
5s now. No negatives. So 1 hit. Not much changes. No wounds. So 5s to hit. This is into the Sorceress with the Skinks with javelins. So 1 hit. No wounds. So no shooting. You are controlling the board on objectives. Charges. Oh, and you're going to use command point for the Engine of the Gods. Cool. So 2d6. No. Nothing. And now charges. Engine of the Gods, 2d6. 8. He's in, so roll a dice. On a 3+, you're going to do the D3 mortals, which you do. So how many mortals do you do? For 2. 2 just die, going to splat. And the engine just jumps right in there.
Shitty for them.
And the skinks are going to charge the sorceress. And they definitely are with a 12. She's going to get ganked. Engine of the Gods is going to attack first into the Blackguard. It's got 2 attacks with its horns. 3s. And 3s. Ouch. And -1. Failed 1. Damage 4, isn't it?
Massive horns, 4, yep.
Yeah. So there's 1, the champion's left alive, then 3 attacks with your crushing jaws. 3s, nothing. But then 5 attacks with your stomps. 3s, that's better. And 3s. Oh. If I save this, the champion survives. -1, so 5 up. Actually, 4 up, because I'm in cover. So 4 up. No, failed. Blackguard are all dead. And so they're all dead. And that leaves just the sorceress on the table. So we're going to roll for her. 4s to hit. And misses. And then 8 skinks back. So 9 attacks because your champion gets +1. Well, they need to hit in combat. I can't even remember. I don't know what skinks hit in combat.
Celestial daggers. 1,
5s. 5s to hit.
5s.
So 5s and 5s. And 5s to wound. 1 6 up save. No, she fails. She takes a wound. And I can't retreat, so she takes a wound, and then you're going to score the board though. So you're going to get 1. Oh no, you're not going to score that one because you haven't actually taken that off me.
Nope.
So you're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4. Is he within 6? Yes, because the black up were in. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on your last turn. And we're going to see whether I can just kill some skinks off. So I'm going to go Word of Pain. Actually, yeah, I'm going to go Word of Pain. So cast D3 mortal wounds for 2. 2 of them die. Take that, skinkies. You 2 are dead. And then we're going to fight in combat. So 4 to hit. I'm going to give myself reroll 1s to hit. I hit. And 3 to wound. I wound. -1. What's the skink's armor save? 5 up, I believe. Yeah. 6 up. You got bucklers over there, though, so 5 up. So you got a 6 up save. Nut and D3 die from my cool magic weapon for 3 more. I'm slaughtering skinks over here. I'm mad. 3 skinks get to fight back, so 4 attacks.
Last ditch effort to survive.
Yep. 4 attacks. All miss. And then Battle Shock. So I actually killed 5 of you this turn, which means on a 4+ you start losing models. No, you're fine. So I'm not going to score. I'm just going to score 1 victory point because technically that's still mine. So 1 victory point to me. That means the game is going to end 24-17. Seraphon as the winners. Good game, man. Well, we hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you did so. And also, while you're at it, leave a comment about your favourite parts of the battle and how you think both armies can be improved going forwards. If you'd like to come chat with me more and other members of our fine community, you can do so by following the link down to our Discord server in the link description of the video. Also, lastly, a special shout out to everyone who supports the channel in various different ways. You can support the channel via Patreon, via YouTube members, and also on Ko-fi. Thank you all so much to all our supporters that help support the channel. Thank you to James, AJC, JC, Christian Weir, Philip Ward, Soren, Kenny Lowe, Alder and Shot First, Cowspawn, and James Crowder. Once again, if you'd like to help support the channel like these fine gentlemen do, you can do so following a bunch of links down in the description of the video, either to Patreon, joining YouTube Live, or to our Ko-fi. Lastly, everyone, please stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against Grey. We'll see you all again real soon. Ciao for now.